We want empowerment. We want fertility and financial health. So these are the things that we need to be concentrating on. We want well-being. Wow. We want prosperity. So we're being told to concentrate on those things. Our healing, our empowerment, our fertility. This could be manifestations. Now, when I first started this reading, I was having some pain in my sacral chakra. So it can actually mean like fertility issues. So make sure you guys are really keeping up with that. And I don't really mean like going to the doctors and getting your checkups. I don't really know about having all that stuff done, having them poking at you and all that. I'm just saying make sure that you are taking care of yourself, however you take care of yourself. Work on your well-being, your prosperity, and your financial health. I'm going to be doing a business read soon because Spirit was moving me to do a business read, and now I know why. It's because our financial health. We're in a season right now where there's a lot of stuff going on with finances just in our country, around the world. We want to make sure that we're okay when it comes to that. So we need to start paying attention to our financial health. With this card, though, this is a cool card because if you see this card, it's talking about taking things from the root all the way through. It's talking about legacy. There's more than one way that you could go. So many different ideas coming in. There's a rainbow over here. So, and where this rainbow is situated lets me know that at the root of what you're doing is a lot of promise. It's a lot of blessing there if you put your energy there. So that's the advice for this couple. For one, the masculine in this situation is working on their spiritual growth and healing. And what's being told to the feminine in this situation is to be doing the same thing. And stop putting so much energy and worrying about what he's doing and pay more attention to what you're doing. Don't cross boundaries. Don't, if you do all the things that you're thinking about doing, will he communicate with you? Yes. Is he going to do anything to heal the situation? No. It's going to seem like it. It's going to seem like it. It is. But at the end of the day, you're just going to be causing more cycle behavior. So that's kind of the last thing you want to do is call more cycle behavior. So make sure that you are putting this healing energy that you want to put into this relationship, that you want to heal this relationship, that's fine. But make sure that you are healing yourself. Make that your first priority. Make sure that Venus energy that I saw down here that you want to give to him, make sure that Venus energy goes to you. The part of you that desires beauty and success and indulges and has valuables. That comes with financial health. So let's make sure we're doing that. Let's make sure we're in holistic health here. That's in the root. That's in the root. So that's the root chakra coming out as well. This is not supposed to be a healing reading, guys. It's supposed to be a fun relationship reading, but you're in the cycle stages of rebirth right now. Once again with the butterflies, you are in rebirth. You're getting it 50 million times. You're in rebirth. You are in transformation. So is your masculine. That is the energy, rebirth and transformation, the well-being, health, and maybe he's working on his financial health as well. What I'm hearing is he's trying to understand how financial wealth isn't as important as maybe he made it out to be in his own mind, because he felt like that's all he had to bring to the table. And when that wasn't really what he said it was, he didn't really know what else he had to bring to the table. Which makes him think, like, is he on track in life? So that's what that card really means. Is he on track in life? Is he going in the right direction? So that's where he is right now. And I hate to say it, but almost how dare you interfere with that? How dare you interfere with his elevation, with his revelation, with his with what he has going on right now? When he's able to reciprocate whatever love you feel you have, then allow him to do so. Until then, you are to work on you. And honestly, with this particular couple, I really do think that once you both start participating in your own healing and in your own growth, that really and truly, I don't know. Honestly, you two could actually turn it around. Whomever this couple's for, you two could actually turn it around. I can see it. But it's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of work on both parts. It's gonna take you both stop sucking the fuck out of each other's energy and looking at each other and staring at each other all the time and longing for each other and get your shit together on separate planes. So here's the thing. If you keep drawing to each other like this, because I could see the draw, actually what I see is, okay, this feminine is really being watched. She's being watched a lot. And she's been watched by a bunch of different dudes. But one is going to have victory. But it's not the one you think. It's not the one that you see as the one you should be with. The one you're going to have victory with, I don't know if you know this one. Did you know this one? I'm hearing him say, yeah, I'm there, but she don't see me. So this is for you. He may have a tattoo, a sleeve that stops right kind of around his wrist. Hold on. Actually, he may have a tattoo. He may have a tattoo on his fingers too. This one is he's stable, like he This one comes in as a healer for you and heals your heart, feminine, that's all stone cold right now. Because the masculine that you're dealing with is still really ego driven, like very much ego driven. And as they're looking at you to have victory with you, they're still kind of in that ego. But then here comes this other one here that's more, you don't even see him though. Your whole back is turned to him. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Just wow. Yeah, because this one isn't what you expect him to be. He goes against a lot of your values. I don't know what values you have, or maybe some of your ideologies of what a man should be, or what they should look like, what he should act like, what he should dress like. I don't know. You know, what his finances may be like. I'm not sure. But there's something about him that doesn't match up with what you thought it was going to be. But honestly, he's kind of in the back of your mind. I don't know. I think you know who he is. I think you know who he is, and he's kind of in the back of your mind a little bit. But you're really kind of like, it's something. But what makes it so bad for you right now is that he's the answer to your most deepest prayer. He's the one you've been waiting for. He's your real counterpart. He's the one you really should be with. This one that you're completely ignoring, that's the one you should really be with. And when you transform, because right now you're in a different energy than you should be in, so that's why Spirit is telling you that you need to grow and you need to do things. I just got 4 or 44. If you, which is foundations, if you heal yourself, change your foundations, change some of that root energy. If you start to work on yourself, heal yourself, become one, whole with yourself, really experience happiness and joy in a ecstasy type of way. That's sacral and solar plexus together, bringing you into abundance and love and all this stuff. When that energy starts to change, this is when your real person comes in. Now, as long as you stay in the energy you in, you will be connected to the person that you're thinking about all the time. And because you can't see anything else, you may think that's great. But honestly, that's not who you're supposed. This is karmic. This is a karmic cycle. For whomever's reading this, I'm sorry. Or seeing this, I'm sorry. You're in a karmic cycle with this person. Everything that I'm saying, the grief, the ups, the downs, the cycle, these are karmic. This is a karmic. You're with a karmic, and from what I can see, you're both trauma bonding. You both have been through a lot of shit. You both have been through a lot of shit, ups and downs. You may still be going through shit, grieving this and that. Somehow, not somehow, but you connected on that level. You may have even traveled together, or traveled, or maybe you travel and they travel, or you're hoping to travel to each other, but there's boundaries set in place so you can't get to each other. So that's one reason why that's not happening. And so you're looking for support in this to strengthen you to kind of get through this. And what should I do? You're with the karmic. You need to, I can't tell you what to do. I said I was not doing that. It's not my job to tell people what to do. What I'm going to say is this is a karmic. If you think this is your person, this is not your person. Your person is waiting for you. Your person's waiting for you, but you can't see them. They're not even in your radar. They're not what you would think they would be. Like I said, it's something about them that makes you question. There's some distinct differences, and it could be religion. It could be race. It could be, but there's some big, differences in between the two of you where you're like, I don't know. But you two are a pair. You two are actually a pair. So take that how it resonates. Take that how it resonates. You have to decide what it is that you want to do with the information that you have. So this is going to cause a postponement in whatever you was doing, A postponement isn't a bad thing. I think it's going to cause you to stop and kind of look at things. Yep, this is the feminine that I'm reading. And this hurt. Hearing this hurt. And maybe you don't believe it yet, but once you believe it and understand it, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It is going to hurt. And I can see how this can turn everything black and white, but there's color that's going to come through. Let it touch you. Let the goodness of this touch you. Let the positivity of you growing and being healthy and wealthy within yourself touch you. Let that be the goal. So start there. And after this reading, my next I'm going to do a series of healing readings. I suggest that we all jump on the healing readings, but start there with the healing. Before, I guess, you try to jump into, I'm going to cut a cord or, whatever people are doing these days. When it comes to things like this, just start with your healing. Get some clarity. You know, sometimes career keeps coming up too. So we're going to work on those things. Sometimes, excuse me, sometimes the energy clearing can be necessary to kind of just clear up, not necessarily a complete cutting, which I've done those too. And usually that is not usually, but that's kind of what's needed with the karmic. Like, that shit needs to be cut. But before people can get to the point where they're able to cut, sometimes you have to like just sit on it, really think about it for a little bit and see what you want to do. But I will tell you, once you were cut from a karmic, your energy automatically goes up. After that, once that happens, I can then work with you to raise your energy the rest of the way and take you to a state of well-being, and then you go from there. And it can be a very simple process. It doesn't have to be that difficult. It takes about a week though, for the entire thing to be completed, especially when a karmic is also attached. And then if you have to kind of see if there's I saw grief really coming out, so there's probably archons or chakra monsters, whatever, also attached. So it could be a process, maybe a week and a half, maybe a week, but it would be totally worth it. But those decisions have to be made by the person themselves, to say, I'm tired of being hooked to this energy that isn't healthy for me, that keeps me thinking all the time, are they going to talk to me? Are they not going to talk to me? It makes me feel guilty. Someone's saying, I saw that guilt and regret. Like, what are you guilty about? I'm sorry for judging you and hurting your feelings. Maybe you feel like this is your fault for whatever reason. You know, because you're in that guilt energy. And then you kind of have to see, why are you in that guilt energy? I feel like I abandoned you. I want to reconcile. But, feminine, did you really abandon? I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. So now we're getting to the nitty-gritty of it. This is about you. This is about you. This is about you not feeling like you know who you are anymore. You know what I mean? So start there. It's funny how that's the card that wanted to come out of that deck, because I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. So it's about slowing down now. Going back to the ordinary. Let's get out of this magic world for a minute, all this divine, this and that. Let's get back to the ordinary, to the flowers in the field, to feeling the grass between our toes, to hooking up with just regular friends, our best friends, the people we know that really know, that love us. Let's go with the flow in life and surrender to what just is, and stop trying to force what we think should be. It's about letting go, you know. It's about rediscovering your world. Because there has been a lot of thunderbolts that has gone through your nervous system. Some of you may actually be having some physical pain. Some of you may be feeling like headaches, vertigo, dizziness. Some of you may have thought that you were pregnant. Some of you are pregnant. And for some of you, these are ascension symptoms. But if you feel like you're pregnant, go get a test. But you're fighting it. So that's what this is. And now you're turning it in on yourself. So that's what you're feeling, is a lot of these psychosomatic symptoms running up and down in your systems. A lot of you are just tired. Don't know why you're tired. And that could be because you have these things attached to you as well. And the more depressed you get, the more they show up. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading. The advice is the Buddha prepared. Spirit is preparing. You're preparing. You're preparing. It's all divinely guided. The only thing that you need to do, the only thing you're being asked to do,